Welcome back to the Hip Replacement Podcast. I'm Chris Bystriansky, your host. I'm a two-time hip replacement patient, one about more than 10 years ago and one more than 12 years ago, and I'm here to share my experiences with you. So today, very important topic because it has to do with our health. But let me start with asking a basic question. What if you could be in the best shape of your life? And I don't mean best shape of your life after hip replacement surgery. I mean best shape of your life ever, despite that hip replacement surgery. And yes, it is definitely possible. I've seen a lot of people go from hip replacement surgery, not being able to walk very far, and just really accelerating their health. And I don't want to pat myself on the back too much. I've done some great things after hip replacement surgery, things that I never thought that I would be able to do, things that I never thought that I would want to do. But despite the hip replacement surgery, we can go on to live incredibly healthy lives and even healthier lives than when we did not have the hip replacement surgery or pre-hip replacement surgery. So, and what I mean about, healthy, I mean, you can be lighter, you can be stronger, you can be more flexible at this point in your life, whether in your 50s, 60s, or 70s. And it's just something that takes some time, takes a little bit of work, but it is definitely possible. So let me ask you this question now. If you can be in the best shape of your life, what is stopping you? What is it? Are we afraid of doing a little work? Are we using our age as an excuse not to take care of our health? Are we using our hip replacement as an excuse to not take care of our health, to just say, well, I've had a hip replacement surgery, so this is just the way it is? Or on the flip side of that, are we using that hip replacement surgery or our age or any other challenge that we may have as the fuel, as the motivation to exercise, to work out, to strengthen, to stretch, and to get in the best shape that we could possibly be in for the rest of our lives? It is possible that the hip replacement surgery is not a curse, or it is not some type of unfortunate thing that happened to us. But maybe it is a wake-up call to spend time on our health and to take care of ourselves the way we probably should have been doing it all along. And I'll admit, I'm guilty. I've eaten things, I've drank, whatever it is. I've had things in my mouth that I should not have drank. But the hip replacement surgery was really a motivator for me to do more for my health, okay? To do more, to really set the time aside and take care of myself, because I don't know how long these hips are gonna last. I don't know how long my heart's gonna last. I don't know how long my lungs are gonna last. I don't know how long my bones are gonna last, but I'm really using, and this has been kind of fortunate, I've used the hip replacements as kind of a get out of jail free card, or a get out of work card, or get out of an obligation card in order to spend some time on my health. Sorry guys, I'm not going to the bar. I'm going to go work out. Sorry, I can't sit at my desk all day. I've got to go and ride my bike, or I've got to go for a walk, or I've got to go do something. So that's what I mean about a get out of jail free card, and using the hips as a motivator to take better care of myself than I would have otherwise. And you could do the same thing. And I know a lot of folks who are in great shape, and they really muscles, stretch, they eat right, they do everything, they seem to do everything right, and they're, like chiseled. They're chiseled out of stone, and they seem to have an iron mind and make all the right decisions. But you know what it is? You know how they do that? They work at it. They spend time at it. They take care of themselves. They make good decisions. So we, as hip replacement patients, can be doing the exact same thing. Now, maybe we're not going to go run 20 miles. Maybe some people are after hip replacement surgery, but I don't think it's necessary to really overdo it, to spend half a day working out or exercising. And what I've done and what I've learned from some of my mentors and some really successful people is to really schedule a time for health. Schedule it so that it's on the calendar, it's in your mind, and it's gonna be there. You set time aside because it is so important. It's so important to take care of ourselves. And maybe after the hip replacement surgery, it's more important. And I think it's just something that we have to be proactive about. And maybe it's not just a hip replacement surgery. Maybe it's just getting older. Maybe it's more important in our 50s and our 60s and our 70s to work out and to take care of our health way more than it was in our teens and 20s and 30s. I mean, maybe that's it. And maybe having the hip replacement surgery is that extra cherry on top that gives us the freedom and the excuse and the opportunity to really take care of ourselves. So here's what I do. And maybe you want to do some of these things too, just to help with your health endeavors. Okay. Number one, schedule it. Like I mentioned, put it on a calendar, just put it in your mind. It's going to happen every day. Sure as the sun comes up, sure as you're going to eat breakfast or lunch or dinner, sure as you're going to brush your teeth, sure as you're going to do some type of exercise or workout. And when I say that, I don't mean it's got to be driving 30 minutes to the gym, spending an hour there, and then coming back, in another 30 minutes. It doesn't have to be this 2-3 hour endeavor. What about 10 or 15 minutes? 10 or 15 minutes in the living room. The first thing is to schedule it. Block your time so that you can count on it every day. Okay? Consider it an important event like a doctor appointment. Okay? If a doctor appointment is on your calendar because you made the appointment or the doctor told you to make the appointment, you're probably going to show up. There's a very good likelihood. There might even be 100% chance, maybe 95. Who knows what the number is, but you're probably going to show up for that appointment. So if you treat a 15 or 30 minute block of time that you set aside to take care of your health as if it were an appointment with somebody important like a doctor or a lawyer or somebody else who is important to you, there's a good chance if you treat those appointments equally, you're going to show up for that appointment. Okay. And when you have this block in your mind or on your calendar, be specific about it. Don't just think that or write down or schedule this block of time that I'm going to be healthy in this block of time, or I'm going to work out in this time, or I'm going to exercise in this time. Try to be a little more specific ahead of time so that you don't have to make any decisions and you've taken a big burden off your mind so that when you look it on your calendar or you consider this block of time, because you've already predetermined that you're going to go for a walk at this time period. You're going to go for a bike ride at this time period. You're going to do some weight exercises at this time period. You're going to do yoga. You're going to do whatever you want to do, whatever it is. But for this block of time that you've set aside to take care of yourself because you realize that you are important and that your health is important, just be specific about what you're going to do. Walk, bike, weights, yoga, whatever it is, stretch, whatever it is. Okay? Do that for yourself, because it's the little things that are going to make a big difference over time. And I think this next thing may be the most important out of all of them. All right? Other than like blocking the time and putting it in your mind that, yeah, that is the anchor of the day, this block of time. Okay, the next point is, and the important one, is to just start. Just start. Take that first step. Ugly is okay. I started doing yoga a long time ago. When I started, I stopped, I started, and my yoga looks terrible. All right. It doesn't look anything like yoga. Maybe it does. Maybe. But it's horrible. My wife looks like a yoga pro. All right. So me doing yoga next to her, it's like a before and an after picture or video or whatever. It's like, this is what not to do like me, and this is what to do. All right. Like her. Her form is great. Her movements are graceful. That's the opposite of what mine looks like. Ugly is okay. But the important thing is just to start. Whether you're going for a bike ride, whether you're doing weights, but with weights, be careful not to hurt yourself. Get help if necessary. But the important thing is ugly is okay. It does not have to be perfect. Just do something. The next point is to start small. Again, it doesn't have to be 2 hours. It doesn't have to be this big chunk of the day that it's easy to get distracted from or to not make. Start small, 10, 15, 20 minutes, all right? Because starting is the key to finishing. If you don't start, there's a good chance you're not going to finish. There's a good chance you're not going to make any progress. There's a good chance you're not going to be motivated the next time. There's a good chance you're not going to get to where you want to go. There's a good chance, if you don't start, of not getting healthier. So start small as well. Nothing overdoing it. 10, 15, 20 minutes. Just pick up some weights. Go for a quick walk. Dust that bike off. Get in the pool. We'll talk about the pool later. All right? In a different episode. Next point is be consistent. We're going to block this time. It should be on your calendar every day, right? So 15 minutes, 20 minutes every day of doing something. So you have this block in your mind that is dedicated to you and your health and your future. I don't think that's too much to ask from yourself. I try to do a little bit more, but I do have a minimum. I no matter what goes wrong, if the sky's falling, I'm trying to do 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes of something. A perfect day for me would be go do some endurance, something in the morning, whether it's a walk, a swim, a bike ride. Could be 15 minutes for me, and then some weights in the middle of the afternoon, quick 10, 15 minutes, and then stretching at night. That's perfect for me. I strive for that. I don't always meet it, but that's okay. I'm consistent. I'm trying to get things done every day to take care of my health. So just get on a regular schedule so that your mind and your body and everyone else around you know that at this time, you're dedicating it to your health. Okay. Now, I know a lot of times it's difficult to get motivated to go work out. It's so easy to get distracted or to say, I don't feel like it. I'd rather be doing something else. I don't want to do it today. My mind's not there. And just to come up with 1,000 other excuses as to why you're not going to follow through on this block of time that you've set aside. But it's not the case where you need to find motivation or inspiration and then you act. That has to be switched. We have to act And then the action generates the motivation and inspiration to keep doing it. Okay? Act first. Move your feet first towards better health, and then you will feel motivated to keep doing it. Of course, there's going to be times where you're going to feel like this is brutal. I can't do this. I don't want to go today. Let me tell you, I've been there. I've been training for Ironman triathlons. I'm like, I don't want to go for a bike ride. I don't want to go do this. I don't want to go do that. So, sometimes I'd make compromises, but taking the action is the first step before you get to being motivated to do something. So don't wait for motivation to go get healthier, exercise, or do something to take care of your health. Take the action first and the motivation will follow. Again, it's important to build the routines so that you can generate momentum, all right? And nothing breeds success like success. So if we can be successful with a 15-minute workout today, we're going to feel better about doing it tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. But if we put it off, if we don't do it today, then it's like we have an excuse to not do it tomorrow. We're like, well, I didn't do it yesterday, so I'm not going to do it today. It's not that important to me, so I guess I won't do it, or I'll start next week. We got to start and build that routine so that your body and your mind expect that to happen. And they create good behaviors and good habits, because we not only want to take care of our hips, we really want to be taking care of our whole body and setting aside time, blocking the time on our calendar and blocking that exercise in our mind puts us in a position where we are ready and have an excuse to put everything else aside and focus on this, which is very, very important to living a long and a long life and a good quality of life. So think about these things and take some action to help out your health, whether it's your hips or your overall health. I'm trying to do the things that I can do to take care of both my hips and my health because I feel like I have a lot more to do with my life. And the last thing I want to do is neglect the so important piece of life, which is my health, which prevents me from spending quality time with my kids or spending quality time with my friends or my wife or doing the things that I want to do at a high level, like golf or just travel or really enjoy things and have the energy and the ability to go and do things. So take care of your health, block the time. It is so important. Block it on your calendar, block it in your mind so that you are ready and give yourself the grace to go and take care of yourself. So I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much for tuning into the Hip Replacement Podcast. Until next time, I wish you the best recovery possible. Take care.